What's up, everybody? Have a thankful Thursday. So, I was supposed to write myself some notes and I forgot to do that. So, y'all, please excuse me as I try to go off of the dome on this one. But a couple weeks ago, on Heather B, I heard, as she does her welcomes and her discussions before the show starts, um, they talked about, please excuse the dog, they talked about things that you were taught when you were younger, and this is particularly for the women. So her guest was talking about she was led to believe that her voice was irritating, right? And so today, in today's time, she is now on the radio, and so she's using her voice for good. What are some of the things that you were led to believe growing up that made you shy back, right? Pull back. Because what she said was that because it was her mother that told her that her voice was irritating, it was annoying, that she was loud, that made her begin to kind of whisper when she talked. Then she found out later that she had like a middle ear infection or whatever that kind of made her hear things differently, which was why she spoke loudly. But just the fact that, it's your own mother that's telling you that your voice is annoying. So for me, as I'm listening, that led me to think about it. For me, it was people telling me that my voice was deep. Yes, there were some people who said that my voice is unique and therefore they would always know that it was me. But then there were people who always thought that I was a boy, that I was a man. I didn't necessarily speak quietly, but it made me a little self-conscious. Then there was a time my grandmother was the one who told me that I wasn't very photogenic, and that led me to then no longer smile in photos. But there were far more voices who would say that I had a pretty smile, right? But it's the people who are closest to you that ring the loudest. And this is why you're always told to never read the negative comments, or why you're often told, don't read the negative comments or don't listen to the negative voices, because it's always that one that speaks the most to you. Or even also there's those times when they say it's the loudest person in the room that gets to be heard, even when they're not saying much. So that's my question for you. What is it, or what was it that was said to you that led you to dim your light and make you feel that you weren't worthy? Then I want to tie that in to what I heard on a podcast about women who always seem to think that they always have to, again, kind of dim their light, or always feel that they are less. When you have something to say, that you should speak up for yourself. So on this particular podcast, there was a woman who was bothered by some stuff. So I'll share what that was too. This was the Self-Care for Black Girls podcast that I listened to. And on that episode, she was talking about she was trying to relax in her home, and she was bothered by the noise that the children in the neighborhood were making. And so she went to speak to the parents, and who ended up coming to the door was the dad. And so she automatically felt that there was a fear, because the dad is really tall and she is short. And so her thing was, why do women automatically, some women automatically feel now that their power is gone? Are you one of those? It's just a question. Do you feel that when there's a man or someone bigger than you, that now is not your time for you to speak up? That, let me disregard what I was going to say. So those two questions. What was it that someone has said to you that made you feel like you needed to dim your light, or made you feel that the gift that God has given to you wasn't worth shining? Then also, has there ever been a time where you felt that someone was a little bit more powerful than you, and you didn't see it through? Or where you did actually, but just the mere fact that in your body you felt that you shouldn't? Drop the line in the comments and let's hear all about it. Because black women in general, but I'm speaking right now to the black woman, you are enough. And don't let your childhood trauma, or even the workplace trauma, or any of that get to you or stay with you and make you think that you're not enough, that your God-given talent, your God-given beauty, your voice, your bone structure isn't enough, or that it's too much, that you need to tone it down a little bit. And that's all I have for you today. Real Ram out.